What is going on, Lake Pro Tackle fam? Happy Monday. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day today. We've got a bunch of cool stuff here at the shop. Some of it I've already posted on Instagram and it is selling out extremely quick. Other stuff brand new to the shop, and we are already selling these out pretty quick as well. We've got a whole bunch of new stuff to go over in this video, so stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, as well as following us on social media, Instagram and Facebook for up-to-date drops when we get stuff in. As soon as it goes live on the website, we're letting you know on the Facebook and Instagram, so make sure you're heading over there, checking those out. Of course, all the links are going to be down in the description, and let's go ahead and hop into it. You know, Big Bass Dreams, we absolutely love what Oliver Nye is doing in the Big Bass Dreams team. We have now currently brought in some of the lines from BIWAA and Defiant, so more Defiant stuff is on the way currently. It is in transit as we speak, as we're recording on Monday here. But the one that we did get immediately is going to be a top water bait. Now, this is a top water crawler. This is called the Bird, or more specifically, the Baby Bird. There is a bigger brother to this one that's a little bit bigger, just a wee bit bigger. But this is a crawler style bait. This is the Baby Bird again. It is going to be a nice small baby bird profile. If you think of something like a Sterling or something like that, that's going to be about the size of it. I'm going to throw up some of the dimensions and weights of the bait over here in the corner, but this thing comes stock with swiveling hook hangers. You know, right off the bat, in terms of the crawler aspect of it, you're able to adjust the wing, how much it's going to chop, and overall the bird itself, the Baby Bird, is going to be a very slow, methodical top water lure. For crawlers, it's not going to be a high frequency left, right, left, right, left, right. It's more of a chop, 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 something that's able to draw in fish from a long way away. Currently, we've got 4 different colors. We've got a white, a darker blue, a natural brown, and then this guy right here, this is a goose color. It's got a really cool tan bottom, and it's got some great detail on the side. Of course, has a little bit of yellow on it. So Baby Birds are now currently in stock. Now, the one thing I will point out, there is not a swiveling hook hanger on the top here, but each of the hook hangers are swiveling. It comes with some pretty good hooks, a little bit light. If you're not used to crawler fishing, a lot of the crawlers out there come with really thick stock hooks. These come with a nice medium gauge, enough to hook a fish no matter, you know, if they get the very tip of it. You don't have to set the hook super hard with this one. The fish is going to do a lot of the work for you, but very customizable, very cool stuff from Defiant coming in very shortly. Of course, the 210s, 247s, and looking forward to getting those in. But, you know, right now, if you're interested, crawler season is literally right, you know, we're in the midst of it right now, and it's just going to keep getting better throughout the year. So Baby Birds now in stock from Defiant. Moving into some more Big Bass Dreams and other products from associated companies. BIWAA, this right here is the Scorpitail. Comes in a wide variety of sizes that we don't have all of them in yet. This is kind of just an initial run of some of the BIWAA and Defiant baits before we really get heavy into these. This is a very unique fluke style type of bait here. You can use this on forward-facing sonar. You can fish it like a weightless fluke. This thing right here is very unique. So the Scorpitail, right now the most popular size is going to be the 4 and 5 inch, and that's what we currently have the most of. It has a very bulbous tail, but the plastic is going to be very buoyant to where it's almost neutrally buoyant. It's going to still have a slow sink, but it's not going to sink as fast as some of the other plastics out there that are super heavily salted. And I will say right off the bat, for all these BIWAA baits, they are specially formulated with a very specific scent that helps fish locate it and hold on to the bait. Now, a lot of these plastics, like I said, don't have a super heavy salt content. Each one's a little bit different depending on the bait, whether it's like a fluke style bait like this or a swim bait. Of course, each one's going to be just a hair different, but you know, overall, the scent itself is not very noticeable. Not something very intrusive like a Kitech or like, you know, something of that nature, but it's going to be similar to something like a bait fuel where you don't really smell it, but it's baked in there into the plastic. So you know those fish are going to be able to find it. Now, the Scorpitail, like I said, moving back to this, it can be used as a forward-facing sonar bait, which is great in a 4 and a 5 inch variety. And of course, you don't need a super heavy head because this bait, again, is going to be very light overall on your hook. You can throw this on a Carolina rig, do a bunch of different stuff with it. This is a very unique style bait. Of course, the big bulb tail in the back has a ton of action, allowing you to get fish to react to maybe this as opposed to something like a normal Zoom Super Fluke or something of that nature. So Scorpiotails, very, very popular. Moving into some more of the swim bait style stuff, we have the capsize swim baits as well as the submission shads or submission fishes right here. So each one's a little bit different. We'll start with the capsize here. This comes in a rigged version and a non-rigged version, as you can see here. So the rigged version, we've got a bunch of different sizes coming in. The 6-inch is going to be one of the more popular ones, and we have a lot of colors here that are very, very exclusive, not going to be normally found in the U.S. market. This is the first initial batch that was kind of left over from before the big ordering from BIWAA. So we've got some cool specific colors like perch and pink and stuff like this. So make sure to check them out on the website before they're all gone. So this is one really cool one here. And one of the neat things about these baits is you can watch Oliver tell you all about this. I'm going to sum it up very, very quickly. These baits here, at the price point you're getting them at, swim better than a lot of the other ones out there on the market. This is going to be a 6-inch swim bait. Of course, you can compare it to a mag draft, to a coal shad, to any other pre-rigged 6-inch swim bait. The way they have this one built here can be fished at a wide, ultra wide variety of speeds, has a great head wobble, a great tail wobble, and again, each different speed is going to allow you to fish it a bunch of different ways. Now, this is the pre-rigged version. It has a swiveling hook hanger, great harness, all built into it. Of course, there are unrigged versions where you can put a weedless swim bait hook, something like a Titan driver, a Titan rider, a beast hook, something like that, flashy swimmer. Those are all great options for these. We've got 3-inch, 4-inch, 5-inch, 9-inch, a whole wide variety of different cap sizes here. And, you know, again, this plastic can be ultra durable. Depending on your weight, you can vary your speeds. Head wobble's great, very, very natural looking from BIWAA with the cap size here. The submission is a little bit different. It's going to have a much more subtle tail wobble on it. Has a much smaller paddle tail in the back. If you're looking for an A-rig swim bait, this is going to be a great one if they don't want a ton of head movement. You know, as it warms up, I'm going to move more towards the capsize, especially as they move around bedding season. This is a very aggressive bait. This one here, again, a little bit more finessey. So if you're looking still in the winter time or later into the post spawn, when those fish are a little wary, they've been targeted just a little bit, make sure to check out the submission. Again, this is still going to work throughout the pre-spawn and the spawn time. Everything is conditional, so make sure to check these out. Moving on to some new baits here from NETBAIT. Of course, this is now an American Baitworks company. NETBAIT, of course, known for the pack-a-craw, pack-a-chunks, stuff like that. They have a new bait series out called Hextech. Now, of course, each one of these is going to be baked with bait fuel, and of course, just like I was talking about it earlier, you don't really smell it yourself. It's more of a formula, specially designed for the fish. Now, these ones right here, I'm very excited about these. These are the blip minnows, and I've already done a ton of damage on these blip minnows here. What's really cool about these, again, it's called Hextech for a reason. It has a hexagon pattern inside the baits themselves. So really, the body of the bait is going to be a little bit bigger than the amount of plastic normally used in these. We've got these currently in, I believe, just 3-inch right now. This is a great, I'm going to say alternative to something like an Easy Shiner from Kitech. Same very skinny profile, very, very small tail kick. And these are going to be 3 inches here. I love the 3-inch to 3.5-inch variety on my A-rigs, especially Mini Blades of Glory. It's just going to be that smaller bait fish that those fish are chasing around pre-spawn. As we move later into the pre-spawn and spawn time, they're going to be focused on bigger bait, bigger threats like bluegill, bigger gizzard shad running up shallow. If you've got shiners, you've got the blueback herring in those areas, move up to maybe a 4 to 5, maybe even like 6-inch. Something like this, a little more aggressive. But for the time being, this is going to dominate, especially if you're up north. You still have a ton of time to pick these up. Another thing with the Hextech design, since there are hexagons throughout the bait here, you can take your favorite scent. If you've got bait fuel, you can rub it in there. If you've got bait pop, one of my favorites, you can rub it in there and it's going to stay locked in on that and allow you to, put more bait pop or whatever scent you want in there, and it's going to stick a lot better. We've got a wide variety of colors. We got spot remover, Tennessee shad, gizzard shad, all the typical ones. Of course, sight flash, albino, and the blip minnows. Very excited to get these in. I've already smashed them, like I said, on these baits right here. So already tested. Tim's had some success with these. I've had a ton of success with these. Very excited. Oh, also coming a pack of 10 for $5.99. $6, you're getting 10 baits in there. So if you're running a 5-wire A-rig and you can run 5 baits, you already got 2 A-rigs worth right there for $6. So that's a deal for me. Next up, forward-facing sonar baits. These are going to be the Echo Shads. We've got 3-inch and 4-inch. These here are a little unique in the fact that they have, again, the Hex Tech, as well as a little itty-bitty area here that opens up the action of the bait. You can see that little extra piece at the bottom is taken out, allows the tail to have a little bit more natural movement, more free range of motion. These here have already won a ton of baits over in the Missouri neck of the woods, the Ozarks, Table Rock areas. Very, very finessey here. Smallmouth guys, you're going to absolutely love these. Very, very durable. They have a great rolling action as well as tail kick on them. So these come in a 3-inch and 4-inch variety here. Let me pull one of these out. Bunch of different colors, and again, they're going to come in a really big pack. The 3-inch, you get 10 of them, and the 4-inch, you're going to get 8 of them. Here's the main differences. The 3-inch overall scale-wise is going to be a little bit smaller. I think the bait itself is shrinking down, not quite proportional in my opinion, but I'm not complaining at all because this is a great size. This one here is the 4-incher. You can kind of see that changing of the back there, a little more action to it, and again, very blocky profile allows it to give it a very good rolling action, especially on a queen tackle, strolling jig head, or just a normal ball head. You're going to get a bunch of great action out of it. Very, very durable as well. Not a ton of plastic, so these are very, very light. You're not getting a ton of just extra fall out of it. And again, you can slather your favorite bait scent in there, bait pop, bait fuel, whatever you want to run, stick it in there. It's going to hold true. Bunch of different colors from NETBAIT and the Echo Shads and Blip Minnows. We're very excited to get these in, as well as all the cool stuff from BIWAA and Defiant. So make sure to check all these baits out. I've got them linked down in the description there. And thank you so much for watching. Happy Monday. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Be on the lookout for some more videos. We got a brand new whole lineup of rods to show you, as well as a couple reloads of some reels and stuff in another video. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you again so much for watching. We'll see you next time at Lake Pro Tackle. See you guys.